My name is Francisca Hummel, and I was born into a Roman Catholic household. My grandparents were immigrants from Portugal, so they raised my mom in the more traditional, fear-based religion. However, there is a difference between being completely surrendered to the Lord and just simply knowing about him. After I had convinced my parents to let me go to the Baptist church instead of the Catholic one, I learned more about the Bible and a little bit more of who Jesus was. But I was there just because church was a social club for me, and I tended to leave Jesus at the doors when I left. And that double lifestyle really shone through how I was living my life, how I talked to people, how I treated people, what I thought of myself, even as simple as how I took care of my body, which I didn't. My life was a haze of selfish entitlement and pride. Hidden, of course, was the gut-wrenching loneliness and the belief that I was only loved until something better came along. I felt inadequate. All of that, paired along with the generational sins and patterns of the family members before me, I carried a lot of brokenness with me everywhere I went. When I went away to university, I was still in that broken place. I believed in God, and I believed that I was a Christian, but I was not walking in the Spirit. I was not surrendered to the Lord. It was about 1 year later, I had the pleasure of meeting this Christian family. And they really modeled for me what a fully surrendered Christian looks like. It showed in how they spoke to each other, how they talked about other people, how they served their family and strangers. They were sincere in everything that they did. And what shocked me the most was how joyful they were in every circumstance. Over the course of 8 months, I studied these Christians, and I learned how to mimic them. And yet, even though I was going to church, and I was reading my Bible and writing in my prayer journal every single day, I still felt very far away from God because he was not bringing me the same happiness I was witnessing him giving to others. Because of that comparison, I began to experience intense envy, which only brought on more feelings of loneliness and inadequacy. It was like the light in their life was revealing the darkness in mine. When my exams ended that year, I ended up parting ways with this Christian family. With my outlet for temporary joy removed, I was able to connect with the Lord in a way that I had only ever dreamed of. Deep down, I knew that God was my anchor. He was always meant to be the source of my joy, my hope, and my salvation. I had not realized that I had replaced God, the one who is to be my main source of comfort and joy, with idolatry. I had not been living for him. I had been living for my happiness. And so, when I came to that realization, I fully surrendered my life to the God who loved me, who made me. Even when I was at my worst, he still loved me. And ever since, I have built a strong relationship with him, and that was 8 years ago. Being baptized is an act of obedience. For me, it's an uncomfortable one, and I've fought against it for many years. But I know that if I stay close to the Lord, he will give me the strength to face any uncertainties, and he hasn't failed me yet.